So, you're thinking about buying a Pixel 6. Honestly, pretty good choice. It's a great smartphone, but now in the middle of 2022, simply a terrible time to buy it. Right now, the Pixel 6 is still Google's main flagship, but it won't be for long. And there's also a mid-range alternative fast approaching in the form of the Pixel 6a. The 6a will be up for pre-order from July 21st in the US and Australia, and will officially go on sale on July 28th. For those of us in the UK, all we have is a vague coming soon for the time being. The Pixel 6a will cost $499 compared to the $599 that the current Pixel 6 is. So the Pixel 6a is a fair bit cheaper, yet has the same screen resolution, the same chipset, the same ultra-wide camera, and a similar design. And so you might want to hold fire and wait for the Pixel 6a instead. While the phone isn't officially out yet, it hasn't stopped some reviewers from getting their hands on the device early, testing it out and showing a few ways that the cut-price Google Pixel 6a doesn't quite belong with the Pixel 6 family. Malaysian tech YouTuber Fazli Halim managed to get their hands on a retail-ready version of the Pixel 6a early in June, and gave it the unboxing treatment. But now he's back with a full review, in which we see the 6a's fingerprint sensor compared side by side with the line's current top dog, the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Both the Pixel 6 and 6a feature optical, in-display fingerprint sensors, but in Halim's review, the Pixel 6a sensor proves to be both consistently quicker at reading and unlocking the phone, as well as more consistent when compared to the Pixel 6 Pro. It's surprising, given the lower spec and therefore cost of the Pixel 6a, that the performance would be so much better, but early signs seem to suggest it's true. The fingerprint scanner on the Pixel 6 line was one of the biggest letdowns when the phone launched in 2021, and while Google has made efforts to improve issues through software updates, it's still not close to being the best on the market. Of course, the 6a won't be for everyone. It has a worse primary camera, less RAM, a smaller display, and a lower refresh rate. But if those downgrades are a deal breaker for you, it still might be worth waiting for the 6a to land, because when it does, we might well see price cuts for the Pixel 6, allowing you to bag yourself a bargain. It's worth noting that Google itself probably won't lower the price, since that could eat into the cheaper 6a sales, but other retailers could take it upon themselves to slash that price. So at a minimum, you should really wait for the Pixel 6a before buying the Pixel 6. But you might also want to consider waiting a bit longer still, because in October, we're expecting the launch of the Google Pixel 7. It's quite a way off yet, so if you're itching for a new phone, we wouldn't blame you for not waiting. But it's close enough to at least consider, right? Google has already revealed some aspects of the Pixel 7 line, including the presence of a new chipset, and a more grown-up design with a shiny aluminium camera bar. There's plenty that we don't know yet, but it's almost guaranteed that the Pixel 7 will come packing the second generation of Google's own Tensor chipset, and we're very excited to see that. So waiting for a few more months for that upgrade could be worthwhile. Plus, again with the launch of the Pixel 7, we'll almost certainly see the Pixel 6 get even more price cuts. So even if you're convinced that the Pixel 6 is the phone for you, then waiting could still save you quite a bit of money. Obviously, all of this also applies if you're considering the Pixel 6 Pro as well, since we already know that there's a Pixel 7 Pro on the way. That said, the Pixel 6a is less of a rival to the Pro, and its launch will less likely affect the results of a Pro price cut. So if you were considering buying the Google Pixel 6 Pro, then it's only really the Pixel 7 line's impending launch that you need to keep an eye on. So while we'd advise against going and buying a Pixel 6 right now, you wouldn't go too far wrong if you did. It's an excellent handset, and thanks to numerous rounds of bug fixes, it runs better than it did at launch. Plus, with years of updates promised and Android 13 just around the corner, it's sure to feel fresh, and it'll remain one of the best Pixel phones for a long time yet. You just might be able to spend less or get an even better phone for similar money if you're willing to wait a bit. So with the Pixel 6 available right now, the 6a just around the corner, and the 7 on the horizon, which phone are you most interested in? Let me know down in the comments below. And remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our full reviews of the Pixel 6a and 7 when we finally get our hands on them.